it's me. It's Frances, HappinessSparkles, hitting the road again. This is just a very short trip today. It's just a day trip. It's not a short trip, but it's I'm driving down to see my girlfriend just for the day because she's a nurse and in very high demand. So she has only got one day off sometimes at a time. So we don't get the chance to see each other very often. She is a 2-hour drive. As you know, she's near Niagara Falls, so we're not going over there today. Unfortunately, we don't have time. I'm just going to go down. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning now. I'm going down to have a visit with her and her parents. Her mom, I adore her parents. Her dad has been ill, so I haven't seen him since he was in hospital. So I'm going down to have a visit with the whole family. And sorry, this is shaking. Okay, so I hope you don't get car sick with me as we go along. It is a Friday morning, so you know, like I'm on a suicide mission as far as traffic's concerned. It could be pretty busy going through the city, but as you know, I'll head up to the 407 and take that across to the QEW, which will take me down to see her. And yeah, I'm excited about that. And then I'll come home tonight, so I will be extremely exhausted. Now, I know most of you guys like a car vlog. I know I do. And I know Julia, I know you do. Julia is also a content creator here on YouTube. And her channel is sentsibling.ca. She's another Canadian, but lives a long, long way away from me. So that would be like a day or two to drive there to see her. But anyway, I know how much she loves doing these, and I know how much I love watching them. I think it's because you're just kind of, you're in the car by yourself. There's no prep to this, you just kind of get in your car, you start your car, and you just go, right? And it's something to do other than listen to music while you drive, right? And I'm never in a hurry. I take my time. I've got my iced tea and I've got my water, so I'm okay. I forgot to bring a banana. I always bring a banana when I travel, and I totally forgot my banana. That is so not like me. I love my banana. I eat that in the car all along the way. So I will hopefully get a banana when I get to Ruth Lynn's. So what else is going on? Oh, I got a new perfume. A new perfume to me. It's a super old perfume. But it's new to me, and it's called, let me see if I can remember this one. Yeah, so it's Le Rive Fleur de Femme. So it came in about 4 or 5 days ago. Thank you, Maria. You were raving about it on your channel. It's funny because it was very timely, because I was ordering another bottle, 125 ml bottle of cool water for my husband, and I was ordering, is it Mont Blanc Legend? I'm not sure. Anyway, that's my son's signature fragrance, and he was completely out of a bottle, so I went on to FragranceNet, and I had them in my cart, just kind of waiting to cash out with them. So they were offering free shipping to Canada, which is amazing. I think it was FragranceNet. If I'm wrong, I will link it below anyway. But they were offering free shipping and no cross-border taxes or anything. So all I had to pay was like taxes, just regular taxes. So that saved me, it saved me about $10, here or there. So that was kind of cool. So I went to YouTube, doing my thing as usual, checking out who had new videos out, and I noticed house. Maria had one popped up, so I thought, oh, I'm going to go watch Maria Colette. I just love me some Maria Colette. And anyway, she was showing, you know, different fragrances that she really loved, and she had literally paid like $9 for it. So with the exchange, it was $8 and something US, and I paid $10. So I thought, you know, even if I don't like, but as soon as she said the notes, and I'm going to tell you what the notes are, it's almond and bitter cherry. It is orange. I think there's orange in it, and there is peach. So it's a fruity floral, but it's mostly fruity and nutty. And the almond and the cherry come off. I don't get peach. Peach is a very if it's in with other fruits, you kind of can't smell it, because cherry is going to overpower anything peachy. So you get this blast of alcohol for a few seconds, then oh my god, it's so good. So, it's after that initial alcohol goes away, which is literally a few seconds, you get this, I mean, it hits me up the face with cherry, and I love cherry. A little bit of jasmine in there, there's rose in it, there's sandalwood, there's tonka bean, there's vanilla, and a few other things in there as well. So, but the initial spray is a subtle almond with a blast of cherry. It's, I would say, maybe 5% reminds me a little bit of Lost Cherry, just simply because there's cherry in it. But it's certainly not, it's not like Lost Cherry, it's not. But I smell it, and I smell the cherry, and I think of Lost Cherry, but I know it's not. It doesn't smell like that at all, like at all. But I just get that sort of vibe. So then as it dries down, longevity, it lasts roughly about, I think, about 6 hours on me. I wouldn't wear it in the high heat, but I would wear it today. It's cool today, but the sun is warm. So there's a nice little cool breeze, and I wore it yesterday with Nora all day, and then I spritzed it on again before I went to bed. So it's not cloying. Now as it dries down, it does dry down to a more marzipan-y kind of cola root beer smell. So it's like a, you know, like that like root beer smells to me like marzipan. I don't like the taste of root beer, but I love the smell of it. So it's very sweet and like cola-like, you know, cola-like when it dries down. With that vanilla and tonka bean, it's just gorgeous. It smells expensive, Maria. You did not lie. So if you like that kind of thing, then you know, if you like that, how I described it, and also go and check out Maria's description as well, because everybody smells things differently. You know, like it's basically what Maria said it was. I'm picking up a little, you know, little subtle differences on my skin, and the almond becomes more intense as the fragrance goes on my skin. It definitely does, and that's where the almondy paste marzipan-y smell comes out, and then that soft kind of vanilla-esque tonka bean gives it that cola vibe, or that root beer vibe, which is beautiful on the dry down. So yeah, I love it. Thank you very much. And as I say, it was like literally $10 Canadian. The bottle is stunning. I mean, like, it's substantial. The lid, I'm not going to show it to you again because I'm driving, but the whole bottle is gorgeous. It's as good as any expensive fragrances I own. Quality-wise, it's stunning. The sprayer is beautiful. I can't say enough about it. I can't believe my husband went through, he's got about this much left, like maybe not even an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch left in the bottom of his cool water 125 ml, but then he'll put that on in the dead of winter, you know, and I'll say to him, you know, that's a summer fragrance. I don't care. He says, I'm wearing it. And I go, you do you, right? So anyway, yeah. So he went through all of that almost, and he just loves it so much. Went to see Heather and my daughter-in-law Ashley and her sister and her mom and about 4 of her friends went to see the Spice Girls tribute in Toronto. We went to see that on Friday night. So I posted on Instagram. So anyone who's followed me on Instagram, you'll see the posts and you'll already know that we went there. It was lovely. The girls who portrayed the Spice Girls did an amazing job. I can't say enough about how amazing they were. And so Heather and I, we're coming from one end of the city, and my daughter-in-law and her mom are coming from the other end of the city. So we stopped and had dinner on the way, and then we went to the show. And it was lovely. It was so nice to be able to get out, and it was a small venue. It wasn't in a big theater. It was more in like a very small kind of hole in the wall type theater. Had a stage. It had 2 bars. It had an upstairs to it, but it was by no means packed. They only sold so many tickets, and the tickets were super cheap, which, you know, they seem to be doing a lot of that these days. After COVID, they're trying to get people back out again. But it was by no means crowded, and it just felt so good to get out and you know, let loose. Yeah, Heather was driving, so it meant I was able to have a couple of drinks. She had 1 drink, and that was it the whole night. But we went for dinner at Eastside Mario's, and it was so good. I had, what did I have? I had the bruschetta and their house classic Caesar salad, and oh my gosh, it's so good. It's no Olive Garden, I will say, but it's a dupe to Olive Garden, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like on the lower scale of Olive Garden. So, you know, Ruth Lynn and I are not going over the border shopping, but she did go over last week by herself. And it was just a quick over and back because she was working the next day. And I couldn't honestly drive down there, go to the States, shop, then come back and drive all the way back home in one day. So, yeah, this light is coming in on me, sorry. Hang on. Yeah, so I would love to hear if any of you guys have gotten anything new lately, or, you know, I know you usually show it on your channel, but the people who don't have channels, if you know you got anything new lately, let me know. And if you're looking for a good cheapie, you can't. Most of my subscribers are in the US. You cannot beat $8 for a good quality fragrance. So that's for sure. The roads are pretty wide open so far, so good. So I'm not too concerned about that. That's why I don't go the 401 through the city. It gets very congested. And what else is going on? Oh, I know. My sister is coming over on the 29th. Excuse me. 29th of this month, May. And she's going to be here for 2 weeks. So I've tentatively made some plans, and I've also confirmed that we're going to go down to Niagara Falls for 2 days, just the 2 of us. Ruth Lynn is going to try and join us for one of the days, and we're going down there on the 6th, 7th, and 8th of June. So we'll, you know, taking pictures, do a little bit of vlogging. I'm really excited about that. My sister has not been to Canada since, gosh, it's got to be 12 years since. This is my sister next to me. So there's me, then Dorothy, and then May, and then Elizabeth. So there's 4 of us, 4 girls. You know, probably from history I've told you that our house was full of girls. My grandmother lived with us, my mother. My father died when I was young, and he was away on the big ships. So he would go away at 6 months at a time, so we didn't see him. And then he died when I was very young anyway. So the house was full of women, you know, literally 4 girls, and my mom and my grandmother. And we had a 4-bedroom house, but it was small, and we only had 1 bathroom. So that's, yeah. Do the math. It's not good. But we managed, you know, to make it, you know, make it work. Because, you know, you just do what you do, right? So I remember when, you know, I first came to Canada in my 20s, and we lived in an apartment. And I did not like living in an apartment. I was on the 8th floor. It was a beautiful building, don't get me wrong. It was gorgeous. Had a swimming pool and a tennis court. Like, it was not too shabby. It was really nice. And I remember when we moved into the end unit of we were really lucky because my mother-in-law and father-in-law worked in the building, so they were able to scoop up the good apartments. So when they came vacant, so we got the end one, and it had 2 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, and a huge master bedroom, and a huge living room, huge kitchen, dining room, everything, right? So we, you know, I couldn't believe it, you know. Well, I had 1 bathroom, it was 1 bathroom, and it was 1.5 baths, actually. It was, so the one in the bedroom had a sink and a toilet, and then it had the main big bathroom in the hallway. So yeah, we thought we'd hit the jackpot whenever we moved to Canada, with the exception that it was an apartment, and I had lived in the country my whole life. Wasn't used to coming in and out from, you know, a building, getting in an elevator, and it was all very overwhelming, to say the least. It was overwhelming for me to come to Canada at the age of 23, you know, like, you know, fairly newly married. Well, we'd been married for 2 years. Got married, no, I was almost 20 when I got married, so I was married 3 years, and came to Canada, and, you know, left all my family behind. It was heartbreaking. It really was. But it was the best thing that we could have done for ourselves. There is no doubt in my mind that it was the best thing we could do. And my husband had a terrible time dragging me away from my family, because I was so close to my mom. I'm so close to my sisters, and I'm really fortunate that I still have all of my sisters. You know, there's all 4 of us are still, you know, relatively in good health. So, and I am the youngest, so I'm the baby. My eldest sister turned 80 last year. No, that's a total lie. My eldest sister is 82. My sister May, whom I went home for the party in October, remember that? Went home in October, and her daughter, my niece, was throwing her a big bash at one of the nice fancy restaurants, invited all her friends and, you know, family and stuff like that. So that was a big surprise, and I knew about it. So she turned 80, and she's very active. She golfs, she walks for miles, and, you know, she's incredible for her, you know, for her age, and, you know, just her positive way of thinking of things, you know. So and then Dorothy, who is next to them, she's next to me and next to me, up from me. She's 4 years older than I am, and she's blind. She's got maybe 10% of her sight, which is, you know, really nothing. And she has glaucoma, so she can only see like through, almost like through the eye of a needle. I could maybe explain it that way. I'm not sure if I'm even explaining that properly, but yeah, she could see maybe through the eye of a needle. That's kind of narrowing of the vision. But yeah, she can't see out of one eye, so she only has that little bit of vision in one eye. So she needs help. Like, she has to be, you know, cared for as far as you couldn't, you know, just leave her somewhere and she'd find her way home, right? So, but she's very self-sufficient and cooks and cleans and, you know, gets on the bus and, you know, goes into town and, you know, she does all those things on her own in her own environment. She's coming all the way to Canada by herself with assistance on the plane, and it's Aer Lingus, so they're a great airline. I travel with Aer Lingus. It's an Irish company that fly in and out of Toronto, and I'm not sure if they fly to the States or not, but they do, you know, they're a pretty good airline, pretty big airline. So she's coming with them, and then I have special permission to go in and get her, and they'll bring her to me and all the rest of it, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, so there's that, and we're going to have a blast, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it, really am. Looking forward to the summer. My husband's been busy getting the garden into some kind of shape after the winter. It's a mess. So he's been out the last few days digging and you know, and soiling and seeding. And so anyway, I'm rambling now, but I'm on the 407 and I've got a long trip ahead of me, but and you can barely see me because of the way the light is shining in. But you know I'm here. So maybe I'll just come to close now, and I will try to do a little bit of a vlog on the way back, and I'll also insert some pictures when I'm there. So how does that sound, guys? Does that sound like a good plan? Would you like that? I'm gonna go, and I'll be back a little while later. And you know, I love these car vlogs because I love you guys so much.